Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode in medical education. This is Umniah Khajori, a new graduate from Baghdad University College of Medicine and currently a junior teacher in the anatomy department in the same college. Today, we'll be talking about intended learning outcomes. So, what is intended learning outcomes really? Simply, learning outcomes are what the learner have acquired and will be able to do upon completing the course or lecture or session or even a training program. They are described as the basic educational building block. They provide a powerful framework for building curriculum. So, why should we care about learning outcomes? Having clear learning outcomes is vital for the success of the learning process. They are integral in the educational system and they span from forming the curriculum, the training program, the courses, the lectures, and even lessons. So you can see they span many levels already. And they simplify credit transfer and facilitate student mobility by identifying various progression routes through and between different educational systems, particularly in the context of lifelong learning. Because when we talk about learning outcomes, we're not just focusing only on college students or postgraduate trainees. It is an important skill for lifelong self-directed learning, and it is advantageous to both the learners and the teachers. They set shared expectations between them, as the students will know the map that they will able to follow throughout the course, and the teachers will be able to objectively assess their students based on those outcomes. The learners will learn effectively as they will be able to navigate throughout the course without being lost on the vastness of the knowledge out there. And for the administrative bodies, learning outcomes are essential to monitor and assess the training programs throughout the years and be able to modify them based on those outcomes. It is important again to notice that learning outcomes isn't just a topic for college students or so. It is a lifelong skill, as those who are able to write their own learning outcomes will be successful self-directed learners throughout life. But how can we write our own learning outcomes? When writing learning outcomes, we should be clear about what we want. We should also use decisive and appropriate language and be realistic about what we want to achieve. We have to direct the outcomes towards our current or desired level, so not to put unrealistic and depressing objectives. We can use Bloom's taxonomy of cognitive domains to help us write our own objectives, SMART objectives. You can see here from the graph that Bloom's taxonomy demonstrates the 6 aspects of learning with 4 cognitive domains, starting off with the factual knowledge, which deals with the remembering, memorization, and recalling informations and facts. The next one is the conceptual knowledge, which deals with understanding the piece of knowledge and applying it in real life situations. Next, we have the procedural knowledge, which deals with the analysis of what you've learned and evaluating it and judging the ideas and informations. And finally, the highest cognitive domain is the metacognitive knowledge. Metacognition simply means thinking about your own thinking. It is not that simple, but it helps you use what you have learned to generate new ideas and facts and points of views. You can refer to my video on Bloom's taxonomy where I listed all the steps in the taxonomy and how we can use them practically to formulate our SMART objectives. Thank you so much for listening and see you in the upcoming episode.